Hi guys, sorry, somebody looking through the window, slightly unnerving because normally nobody watches me whilst I do these. Today I'm going to talk to you about a mulberry bag which isn't a leather bag, which is a bit odd I guess because normally you'd buy your mulberry bags because they've got beautiful leather. However, there's some models which are non-leather and very successfully so. One of those ranges is the Rosie range, and you might have already sneaked a peek here. I previously had a Rosie satchel, which I've done a review on. I also had a Rosie tote at some point, and you know what, I filmed a review and then accidentally deleted the video before uploading it and hadn't backed it up and whatever. Anyway, so and then she was gone. So yes, so I'm afraid you have not been privy to that review. But what I've got here now is a Rosie Hobo, and it is a classic hobo style bag, so kind of slouchy with a zip closure at the top and the sort of short shoulder strap, but that's comfortable, well comfortable and long enough to sit on your shoulder. So really practical, easy, an everyday bag. And the material is, now, and I've taken the care card out, it's printed mini leopard, is the colour, in foxglove, which is, you can't see it that well in this light. It's a purplish pink, strong purplish pink on a sort of taupe background, which I think, yeah, is the bird nest. It's bird nest foxglove. So the pink is the foxglove and the taupe is the bird nest. And the material is printed nylon. And I always thought like, oh, it feels quite satiny and silky, and I wonder whether it's really sensitive and what if it stains, but it's really hard wearing. The bags that I've had before, they honestly looked like new, like they've just come out of the shop, and some of the wear you've seen was actually on the leather part, so which just goes to show how well this wears. The recommendation for this is to just spray it with the Colonel water stop spray to give it some protection. So because it says it is water resistant but not waterproof, so if you're going out in a bit of a shower, absolutely fine probably, but obviously if you get completely soaked, your bag might too. So but I reckon you would hopefully try and stay out of the rain yourself, so your bag shouldn't get that bad, but a little bit of rain on it should absolutely fine. So before we do everything else, anything else, let's quickly take some measurements. Across the widest part, the bag measures about 38 centimeters. The height, also 38 centimeters. And the depth, and I'm really just going to measure between those two seams. So there's not two, yeah, it's kind of two seams where it sort of bends, is about 6 centimeters. And let's do the drop. It's a bit difficult in that way, but probably about 22 centimeters. But as you've seen, very comfortable on my shoulder, and even if I had a coat on or anything, would still be absolutely fine. There we go, that's where she sits. So inside, so we've got a zip closure at the top, just one nice strong zip, oops, going across here. Inside we've got, like in so many mulberry bags, on the front a slip pocket, quite deep, nice for your mobile phone, and on the back we've got a zip pocket running across there, reasonably deep. You've got the mulberry imprint and the fob with the number on the back, and you will also have somewhere in there the made in label. Lined in a dark brown fabric, and the trim is the same as on the handle here. It's a really comfortable handle actually. the bit that sits right on top of your shoulder is it feels quite sort of padded. It's really thick but soft. I don't quite know how to describe it, but it's very comfortable. And then similarly to as the Mitzi range, we've got the Mulberry plaque there in is that the brushed gold brass? I don't know, but it's the non-shiny stuff. God, I should have read up on this, shouldn't I? Which doesn't show scratches that easily either. So probably a great everyday bag. So what I thought, the review I did on the Toad, I kind of did as a baby bag, because she's she's bigger than this, and she has 2 handles and then a long strap with bits of chain that works really well cross-body. So I loaded her up with loads of baby paraphernalia and stuff. So I thought what we'll do with this is we'll assume what I did the other day with my little one. We just popped down to the park, and he ran around and had a bit, he played, and I ran off after him, obviously. So you want something that's fairly hard wearing, you're not worried about just popping on a bench or maybe even on the floor, and I think this would be absolutely fine. And I kind of wished I had taken my Filofax with me, because whilst he was running around I wanted to actually look at something. So I thought that's exactly the occasion I will load it up for. So I'm going to take this because I've got my lip cream in there and stuff, and I know I also have pens in there for my Filofax, tampons just in case, and my hay fever tablets. So I'll pop that in. Then the one thing I didn't have, apart from my Filofax, as soon as we got to the park, he's not potty trained, I realised he had something in his nappy. And normally I always take at least a couple of nappies and wet wipes, and we didn't. So I now put this next to the door so that I always just pop this in whichever bag I'm taking. And it was actually free with some magazine, and it's really handy because it's a tiny little mat, which is probably more suitable for a baby, but just to park his bum on, and just well. And there's a little net here where I put in 2 nappies and some wet wipes. So that would have been all we needed, but no, we had to go home, which isn't far from the park, but still we had to go home and change his nappy and then go back out. So that's going in there. Then there's nothing in there at the moment, but this is it's like a little bread thing, but normally I pop in there some biscuits or some treats, just a little snack. Then yes, as I said, I wished I had taken my Filofax, and this is a personal Kingston Filofax. Put that in there. Obviously my purse, because let's face it, there's probably going to be an ice cream van. My inhaler, because I kind of always take that. My phone. Some tissues, wet wipes we already have in that other thingy pack. And this I discovered earlier, sorry, they're looking at me again. Earlier today upstairs, and it is a little kite in a bag, and I bought it last summer in Germany at Chibo, which is actually a place where you buy coffee, but they always have every week, kind of like Aldi special buys things, but not promoted as cheap. It's just a different theme every week, and they will have had kids' toys, outdoor toys. And anyway, this is a kite that they did, and I think it was just like €5 or €8 or something. And of course, when I bought it, there was absolutely no wind in Germany, and we were running up and down a field trying to get this frickin' thing up in the sky, which didn't work. And I had completely forgotten I had it, but I thought, yay, this is definitely something you just chuck in the bag, because let's face it, North England, we usually have some wind happening. There certainly is right now. So that would have been nice actually to have with us yesterday. And that's it. Oh no, we'll chuck in an umbrella. So there, have a look. Fantastic lighting as ever, but you can see we still have, it's full up until about here, so you could easily fit some more stuff in there. But it also means that now, as you close it up, she's not particularly full. And actually she looks much nicer now, I think, than she did when she was empty, because she just hangs in that typical sort of hobo style. The material, because it's like quilted, feels very comfortable. The white strap that feels slightly padded feels very comfortable on the shoulder, and where it hangs as well. Sorry, I'm just simulating picking up little one. Works really well. So yeah, I think this is a really, really nice bag for nipping out to the park or nipping to the shops if you have kids, because as I said, I don't think you'd be that worried about maintaining this material as you would be with leather. Plus you will be able to get one of these for probably a whole lot less than a leather one. So anyway, this is the Mulberry Rosie Hobo in printed mini leopard bird nest foxglove nylon. Hope you found this useful. Let me know what you think. Bye!